Hello, welcome to another Near Running Cast. As always, my name is Johnny. I'm once again joined by Joey. How's it going, Joey?
Not too bad. Excited for our local tournament.
That's right. We should welcome you to Reading for our Reading Store Champ. And we're going to get a bit of a taste of the Swiss early on. So this was the Store Championships that we hosted in February. It was a 52-person tournament, actually, which was very good. It was also post-most wanted. But it was pre-Caligoda for all that is worth. On the left-hand side, we have a guy called Haddon. He's from Southampton. I think this was actually his first major tournament. He's fairly new to the scene. He's playing Chronos Protocol. On the right-hand side, we've got Andy Parsons, who we both know.
Yep.
From Bristol. He's playing Valencia. He's also somewhat intimidatingly using a Lila Store Championship mat.
This was really early in the Store Champs season, so like having one already at this point was quite.
Yes, it was. It was the first weekend of February, so there would have been no more than like 3 or 4 weekends worth by now.
It was quite interesting, as you said, because it was pre-Caligoda, but post-most wanted. It was probably the only tournament, one of the only tournaments in the UK that had this most wanted list, only post-dated entity. Yeah,
1 week meta.
Yeah. It was quite interesting because we also had a Store Champs the week before on the 31st, which was.
This is pre-most wanted.
Yeah, just put all the most wanted list cards in as a farewell.
Okay, so this is quite an interesting matchup. Chronos Protocol will obviously generally try and ping the runner with net damage, pick out the key cards.
Net damage,
Blackmail, for instance, you think could be a key card to hit here. It tends to punish runs for that reason, Neural MP being a kind of main point. Things like Hogstag Reed you might see. The
other thing for Blackmail, though, is you just put snares in remotes, right? You just
why not? Yeah.
Blackmail into a snare, why don't you?
So, Valencia, on the other hand, the extra bad pub, which the corp starts with, turns on Blackmail, of course, very important cards, but
DDoS down already.
We've already seen a DDoS, so we can expect straight away the likes of
Siphon,
Apocalypse,
horrible
account Siphon.
Things.
I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of Keyhole, possibly Eater.
Yeah, this is obviously post the errata on wireless net filling as well.
Yes,
so
it's
it could
not
be, but
DLR.
less likely to be DLR.
Yeah, I think it's not DLR.
Yeah, sure.
There's also quest completed in the bin. That's an interesting inclusion. Which means that now quest completed also immediately suggests that he's planning on making lots of central runs.
He has a breaker.
Apocalypse will be in there, yeah. So, considering DDoS is on the table, do you consider double icing your servers?
Yes.
So we're going to have a Blackmail check all that server is. It's the launch campaign, okay.
Well played.
Yeah, but he's drawn out a Blackmail. There is the same old thing on the table, so.
Yeah, it's good to get in there. But yeah, that's protecting a launch campaign is quite funny.
Just a force.
Space the Blackmail, yeah. Or the pop on the DDoS, both of which are fine, right?
Yes, yeah, true. So you've played a lot of Valencia in the past. Do you? Is one of the weak points if people try and rush out agendas early before you've drawn your first Blackmail? Is that
sort of? It depends so much on what you're doing in Valencia. It depends if Blackmail is your only way in. Like if that's your only way to score agendas, then you've got to be careful with them. It seems like with quest completed that Andy's possibly running Eater. And so he's gonna have Blackmail and quest completed and like Singularity. They're like his ways into remotes. Yeah. So you've got to be careful with using those Blackmails because.
Well, DDoS and Blackmail mean that you can get into all 3 centrals and you can get past a lot of ice. So if say HQ is single iced, you can DDoS run it and Blackmail RD, that kind of thing, and turn it on. So we've got another remote, another piece of ice.
Is he gonna say more Blackmail?
Do you say more Blackmail?
No.
I mean, maybe.
Think about what agendas it could be.
That's true. We are in Jinteki.
It's Jinteki.
So it's going to be brain trust.
It's not
great.
Yeah.
It could be
Flotic.
It's quite. Yeah. It's not danger at this point.
It could be the 4 for 2, and he wants you to steal it, so he gets the 3 for 2. I don't know. Like it's. He's saying one, but I just don't.
He does check.
And if it is agenda.
Hostile infrastructure. Now that's interesting. If we think Andy's on Apocalypse,
it's not res, so it doesn't.
It's going to have a quick read. It's not res. He can't trash it.
I can't trash it anyway.
He can't trash it. But that is interesting.
Yeah. Apocalypse. It just tanks Apocalypse, right? Well,
and some other thing. It tanks.
You die.
Trash it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, if that's res, you don't play Apocalypse. Broadly, yeah.
You can res it after the 3rd run, right?
But some other interesting things. It turns off, say, Imp as well, or any asset trashing. And very relevant, probably, is it turns off Keyhole, if we expect Keyhole's a thing. Yeah. It doesn't turn it off, rather, but it punishes it.
Yeah.
And the fact this is in Chronos of all IDs makes it even more punishing to take that, even that 1 net damage.
Yeah.
So
It means if he gets that res, he can stop protecting these. He seems to be protecting a lot of assets in the minute.
yeah,
He can stop doing that. But as you said, like if you said it's maybe his first major tournament. Maybe he's just used to protecting.
yeah.
things.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his credentials are before this day, but yeah.
But it's also a great play because he's caused them to use a blackmail and the same old blackmail
To see nothing.
to see absolutely nothing, and even trash the launch campaign, even though it would cost him 1 real credit.
Yeah.
So it's great against Valencia, but now Andy's poor, and you've got that to res, then you can start not protecting things.
Yeah. So he's double iced this launch campaign. Now that turns off DDoS. It means that but does it mean that he's thinking of putting an agenda in there in the next turn?
Yeah, I think that's his scoring service.
He's now requiring a blackmail to get in there because launch campaign will go away.
See, what I'd love now is you put like a Hokusai grid in there.
Yeah.
Now it's gone. So you bluff it as an agenda, and you watch him blackmailing.
Yeah.
Again, if he's got it.
Okay, so we do get something,
I know,
and an advance, and another advance. Okay. So it could. I mean, Future Perfect is the 5-2 that springs to mind. Could be a food.
Future Perfect or a food, yeah. Can't see what else it'll be, or it could be a Nisei.
I mean, but we could be in jank territory. It could be like encrypted proto. No, what's it called? The 5 labyrinthine servers. Labyrinthine servers. That's 5-3.
It's also a great play on an NAPD if it isn't an APD, but it's post most played, so maybe it's not.
Or it could be Junebug.
Blackmail into a Junebug. Oh, should I res? Oh, I can't. I really wanted to res that. Oh, I can't res this one either. Oh, I'm really sad it's a Junebug.
Yeah, I mean, or it could be a 4-2. I mean, it could be a Brain Trust or something. No, it's not very likely. It could be an NAPD or who knows.
Or I don't know. I think it's an agenda. It's a trap. It's one of those two things, right?
Yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, I would think it might be an agenda. If I was in Haddon's position here and had an agenda, I might put it in. Seeing that now it's 2 ice, he doesn't seem to have blackmail. So now I can see a keyhole. That was he didn't install it on click 2, so he could DDoS and use it twice.
You res Hokusai, right? In that situation.
Having said that, if he doesn't pop DDoS this turn, he now gives the Corp a very interesting dilemma, because he either has to ice R&D or school that agenda.
or just he saves 3 money. He saves 5 money to pop the to res the hostile infrastructure, right?
Yeah, he needs to have. That's true. He needs to have 5 credits as well.
He spends 3 to advance this thing.
Yeah, or he might leave it there. Okay, he's doing none of those things. So he's installed a new asset, undefended, and ice. He's thinking about it. Probably a different piece of ice on the second remote. So that's on the hostile infrastructure.
Yeah, which is going to be key in this matchup,
which he thinks is going to be important. Now that he's seen keyhole, okay, and he's going to take credit. So some key things didn't happen that turn. We didn't see a second piece of ice in R&D, and we didn't see an agenda get scored. So I'm not sure what to make of this now. Maybe it's a trap.
So he's going to res hostile infrastructure.
So these has popped. We are going to get keyhole, so we will see hostile infrastructure. Excellent.
So he has to do the keyhole thing, right?
Yeah.
There's no choice.
You might post res. I don't think it is optional.
No, you've clicked. You said I click keyhole, then you have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna all right, hit food. So possibly that is what is in that server. Now that we know he has them, we're gonna get Chronos protocol.
Statistically less likely to be that thing now that we know there's one in the bin.
And he loses a DDoS. So he was able to look in his hand and see a DDoS.
Do we know what else he saw?
That's good. No, unfortunately not, because the way Andy held the cards, he wasn't holding very
Andy.
high up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I couldn't see it.
DDoS gone. That's a fair thing to hit.
But he did trash a DDoS. That's good.
Probably means that
that's a good card. Yeah, yeah.
If
or
Nito, he probably
you might hit blackmail if you saw that as well. For instance.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have trapped. He looks like he has trapped.
Of relevance, he did also have, I think, 2 I've had worse. So
so now he might hit the.
So now he might hit I've had worse. He hit a wanton. Okay.
Oh, much better.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, wanton. Is wanton? So that also fires, I think, from hostile infrastructure. There's also. This is. It's like a nightmare.
It's like I expect it to be when you trash an installed card. But it's not. It's
It's
literally
from
when a
trashy
card
cards.
is trashed. So Parasite files hostile infrastructure.
Parasite does, yeah.
Yeah,
Some key things don't. Noise doesn't, because technically the
it's
corp trashes the card.
Right, is that what it is?
Yes, yeah.
It's still called trashing, but it's the
Yes.
corp trashing.
And Wanton Destruction might be the same.
Did you hit it this time?
No, it's Deja Vu.
mistaken.
Okay, all right. So Wanton Destruction might be the same as well. It might be corp trashes. I think it's not. I think it's that one. Actually, that one might be corp trashes. I think that might be corp trashes. Okay, then he runs archives on click 4 and gets 3 points from the GFI
Just
and the
checking
Chronos
that was
project.
Jackson.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
Jackson.
it was not Jackson. Yeah. Okay, but DDoS is over. So next turn, unless he's got blackmail or another DDoS, which he probably hasn't.
Also means if this is an agenda, he might still not score it because he needs the money to res that piece of ass.
Yeah, it depends what it is, I suppose. I mean,
Well, let's hope
in
it's
Chronos
not
Protocol,
like
it could be
a
anything. Yeah.
pop, right? Because he's got like bad pub and stuff. You don't want it to be
Yeah,
a pop.
pop's
You
not
want it to be
great.
just anything that ends the run, really.
Neural Katana. If he's going in for the, I don't know. Something that ends a run against Keyhole seems good. Ice on Archives, that's interesting also. If he's using DDoS or even blackmail, it's not going to have that much.
And he's on 3 points though.
He's on 3 points, so he's only on 3 credits, so he's going to drop. Maybe get set up again for another big turn, draw for DDoS, that kind of thing. This first remote is still sitting there with 2 advanced mechanics.
To be fair,
I feel like it's not an agenda.
Yeah, but in both turns he's had other things to do, and
Yes.
so
Let's find out
if
now.
it is an
Now,
agenda,
yeah.
he knows that Andy now thinks it's a trap, so it's safe there for as long as he likes.
That's true. It,
So, like,
it will probably stay there forever.
Yeah, you don't need to score it now because he's got other things.
Ah, boo. Okay, so he trashes the obvious trap.
Install a snare. Install a snare.
Saw
Wait for the blackmail.
another trap. He's having to
'Cause
think
he has
about
been
it. Oh, he
blackmailing.
did. He nearly put down that snare. I don't think he did in the end. He's still got a snare in hand. Boo. Okay.
Because Andy has been blackmailed non-advanced things, which is a terrible idea against Kentucky.
Yeah, because it could be anything. So he's installed in this remote and also out in the open. So
Snare.
they can't either be agendas, right?
You can't even trash the snare
You can't trash snare.
because you take another
Take
damage.
4 damage.
From hand.
Hilarious.
Like, snare. Do you want to trash it?
Yes,
I was
you're right.
imping snares against IG on Saturday. I was like,
you can check.
bloody snare, 12 to trash. Imp.
Ah, so this is the solution. He tried to sneak out House of Knives, but it did get checked.
Should have put the snare there.
Yep. Snare's a good card. So, yeah, Andy on 4 points now. Okay, so I
He
wonder
also has
what's
to
in
check
this
for
remote.
Jacksons, right? So it makes sense for him to do that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, before he keyholes, but he doesn't have. We're going to Deja Vu for
Blackmail.
and then play Blackmail on that server.
Wow.
So we can't res. There's also an agenda.
game.
Alright, okay. Okay, so I get the House of Knives out in the open. Trying to sneak it through, because it's 3-1, he might not check it if he's busy drawing or trying to install DDoS or whatever it is he's doing, maybe an Ether, I don't know. Then he might not check it, might be able to sneak it through, and House of Knives obviously turns on the Chronos Protocol ability very nicely. I'm a little confused about that Future Perfect play though.
I would have put the House of Knives in the remote and then just that's it.
Take some credits. Yeah. I mean, it seems like he was never going to run that server, which had a trap in it. So let's assume it's a trap. It must have been. So, I mean, I assume it's a June bug. It seems like the obvious thing in Chronos Protocol.
Sure.
I mean,
I doubt it was brain damage because he was increasing his hand
could have been
size.
cerebral,
with
I don't know, but
with the mental health.
Yeah, that's
with
the bit.
Health clinic,
Yeah,
he was
that's
increasing
true.
his hand size, so I doubt it was brain damage. But yeah, it's probably a June bug.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I guess you trash it and then put something in the remote, but you know he's almost certainly going to try and blackmail it if he can. Yeah.
The other option is he blackmailed the unadvanced things and he didn't blackmail the time you advanced it. So why not install advance the Future Perfect?
Yeah, he had the
Because
money.
then he didn't. Yeah, but then he didn't.
7 credits.
Because then he might be less likely to blackmail advanced things because June bug. So
if he thinks that's the risk, if he thinks he's worried about traps, and to be honest, maybe you're right. He'd say, okay, that's installed double advance. It could be a trap.
Yeah.
And I'm on 3 points, so whatever. I'm not
and
going to risk
none.
it.
Yeah. So I just won't run it. Yeah. Either way, I think he was building a state that was going to be difficult for Andy to deal with because his plan involved Keyhole and Apocalypse.
Yes.
So with that hostile infrastructure was really a problem card for Andy. So I think
Yeah.
it was going to get to the point that he was going to
He
have to
didn't
click
like
for
keyholing.
credits
Yeah.
and then blackmail in to trash a hostile infrastructure.
Yeah.
Which is going to deja vu the blackmail, pay the blackmail 3, then trash hostile infrastructure, that's 5, that's 8 credits, and take a damage. And that was going to set him back loads. So I think he had a bit of time.
So on that turn he keyholed twice and he lost 2 cards. But if you're going to lose a card every time you keyhole, like you're not going to have to do it every turn. You're going to have to spend a couple of turns drawing up every now and then.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, okay.
And he didn't have a solution to break the ice yet.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get a good chance to see. I don't know what his rig was. I'm assuming Eater.
Yeah. You've got Keyhole, you've got Wanton Destruction, you've got Apocalypse. It's going to be Eater.
It's going to be
probably
Eater,
one Faust to get into remotes.
Eater and Faust, that's a bit of a... You're going to struggle with some stuff.
Yeah, but you need... Sometimes you need to get
Turing,
in once.
David, maybe Eater David is a...
Yeah, but what if you need to get into archives to actually score the agendas?
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, he had a Hades shards, but I mean, normally... Yeah. So, I guess, normally as Valencia, you never run archives. Unless you are about to win after keyhole. So you have a blackmail. Nothing's going to be res.
So you got blackmail, yeah. But I think now when you're playing with this sort of Valencia deck or any other deck, I think having one Faust is not just for like, I can actually get in. It's like having another blackmail or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. And obviously the way to beat Valencia is to have a way of resing ice on your own terms. And Jinteki doesn't really have anything like that.
Yeah, but Jinteki does have something.
It has snares.
Well, yeah, exactly. It has snares and Junebugs. If you're running snares and Junebugs, that's great for Valencia because it's like, because sometimes you have those turns against Jinteki where you're like, I don't res when you've got a million credits, and they're like, I'm not going to access.
And the Chronos Protocol ability is nice because if you can just even play Neural, at some point you can hopefully ping a blackmail, or you can see if they've got any blackmail, or if they've got the same old thing, or
and
deja vu
as well. You could just
ping
the money because he has to get a breaker down. He has to.
Yeah.
You just
that kind of control.
Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. I think. Yeah, hostile infrastructure. Seeing a bit of play.
Yeah, good card.
Really interesting.
Well, very recently it has been actually. I mean, this was a few weeks ago.
But I think it's a very interesting card. I mean, it's 5 to res, which is a problem, but it stops blackmail cold. Stops Apocalypse cold, which is great.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting.
Great. All right. So that was an
game.
All right.
Sure.
So the next game we're going to have as a taste from Swiss will be between two stalwarts of the local network community.
Is it us?
No, it's not. We've got Laurie, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Brighton's Laurie. Against Brendan, Oxford's Brendan. Yeah.
Oxford's Brendan.
So they met in.
They have a bit of a history of meeting in high-profile tournaments, important times, and
they're both good players.
Brendan 2-0ing Laurie, and Laurie not making the cut by one match.
Really? Okay.
Brendan.
Well,
I share this because I have also been knocked out of many a cut by Brendan sweeping me.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah. And so this game was ETF, Laurie's ETF against Brendan's Leela. So Brendan's been playing a bit of Leela recently.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. I also have, although they're slightly different. It's quite an interesting Leela build actually. So
yeah, he plays very well. Yeah, it's quite scary.
And Laurie's playing ETF, so it's just the ETF deck.
The post most wanted list.
It's post most wanted. Yeah.
Because I played Laurie the week before this a lot, and we were both in ETF again. Pretty most wanted list.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it was interesting to talk about because we both took ETF this week. A week later, post most wanted list. It was quite interesting to look at.
Yeah.
But
Good. Great.
See what he's kept. Probably just gone to one Caprice.
Yeah. We'll see what he's got. Great. All right. So, if you'd like to see any more of our videos, you can find them all at the website, nearrunningGrid.co.uk. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter and on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you, Joe, for helping me contact today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.